guys and gals, Neri here from Drakewing Game, and a 70-minute tour of the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Chord Progressions. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it. I'll save the Patreon stuff at the end of the video. Anyway, alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright. This is where April's found herself, fidgeting with one of the registers. Impressive, ain't it? Yeah, wow. Wasn't expecting such a massive space. Yup, could you believe this all started with that cafe? This whole building used to be a strip mall back in the day. 20 years ago, when Douglas was just a small town, this place was a happening spot. He stops in his tracks and gestures around the building, pointing at the inside corners. At any time, there would be about 4 businesses operating under this one roof. They'd be little restaurants, barbecue joints, pharmacies, barbers. His speech was trailing off a bit. He's taking a trip down memory lane, isn't he? When Chester and I got married, he wanted us to start a business and pursue my passion for baking. He and I scraped up all the money from our savings, took out a couple of business loans, and we bought out one of the failing cafes here. We stripped it down, built it back up, and made it our own. He pointed towards the cafe now behind us. This whole building looked real different back in the day. Imagine if you walked in that front door, but instead of just seeing what's here now, it was just a long, narrow hallway with 2 individual stores on each side. He draws my attention to the building's main entrance as he continues to gesture with his paws to help better illustrate his description. He's painting quite the picture. After we remodeled and opened the cafe, it turned out we were a big hit. We were making so much moolah that Chester decided to open up a small guitar shop at one of the adjacent units. We wanted to pursue his passion next. As the years went on by, he kept expanding and buying out all the other shops until we purchased the whole building. That's when we started tearing down walls and such. Chester had to be real business savvy for all those purchases. The owners of the mall were quite happy to have us pay rent instead of having us own the building outright. But after some persuasion and business fan-angling, here we are. Fan-angling? Does he mean finagling? How charming. Wow, that's amazing you two could pull that off. It's all thanks to that chazzy boo of mine. I just bake stuff. He playfully bats his eyes at me. Dang adorable skunk with your heartwarming-ass success story. Even after all that, I'm still left bewildered by the functionality of this business model. I guess I'll find out how this all works after we open. Dave directs me to the far side of the building. We pass through rows and rows of merchandise. That's when I noticed a rather large stage. It must be 3 feet high and has plenty of space for a decent-sized band. It's adorned with a display of amplifiers, guitars, and drum kits, all neatly arranged. And here's the stage. We try to have concerts once or twice a month. When it's not used for performances, we display some of the expensive product up here. I don't rightly know how to delineate any of the expensive products from what's cheaper, but they all just look like instruments to me. Guess I have a lot to learn. He directs me up on top of the stage using a set of stairs. There was a curtain spanning from the ceiling to the floor. Dave pushed the curtains aside, followed through, and motioned for me to do the same. We found ourselves in the backstage area. It's like another miscellaneous storage space. Situated in the back corner was another enclosed room. Dave directs me to the door. The entryway is a single wooden door with an opaque window. On the window, the graphic reads, Chester Halford. Dave opens the door and gestures for me to walk through. I took a couple of steps inside with Dave trailing behind me. Hey, Chaz, I've collected our new friend. Chester's desktop is spacious and well-kept surface. Atop its surface, there's only a few stacks of paper, a small laptop, and an assortment of neatly organized office supplies. It's constructed of a beautiful lacquered dark wood that gives it a brilliant sheen. The desk is situated at the back of the room, some distance away from the wall. Its position allows him to have a direct view of the office door while working. Oh, hello there. Sitting in a large leather chair behind the desk is a wolfen man, hunched over some papers. Unlike Pat, Chester is an unselected breed of lupine. It seems like Lady Luck is playing another cool joke on me today. The wolf is absolutely stunning. He far surpasses the standards of ordinary men. He's unreasonably handsome. He turns his attention away from the papers to gaze up at me. Ah, there he is. Good to finally see you in the flesh. Hey, Chester, good to meet you too. Jesus Christ, what the fucking fuck was that? He didn't even say good to meet you. Why did I say good to meet you too? Stupid. Good to meet me? We already met on the phone. That's it, I'm officially the biggest moron in the world. I'm done, reputation destroyed. I'm just gonna have to take April's keys, remove the plates from her Tamry, and just drive to the Yukon to start over. Chester lets out a hearty chuckle, interrupting my mini panic episode. I'm just yanking your chains, son. We like to have fun here. Must everyone yank my chain today? Chester directs his gaze towards Dave. Isn't that right, love? Not too much fun now, honey. This one's feeling a little overwhelmed today. I guess I'm not hiding my discomfort very well. Why can't my little nervous breakdowns be kept within the confines of my dumb head? I'm sure he'll be fine. I know he's gonna fit right in. He looks in my eyes for a few seconds. The eye contact starts to feel overwhelming fast. I reflexively look away. Hey, it's okay. I know the first day can be nerve-wracking, but you're here to learn, and all I can do is ask you to do your best. It gives me a little reassurance. I'm probably just working myself up too much for no good reason. Nobody expects anything from the new guy on his first day. He gives me a smile and stands up from his desk. He then directs his question to Dave. Shall we? It's almost quarter after. Aren't you forgetting something? Oh, yes. Can you spell your name out for me? I need to give you a name tag. Eddy. Ah, so you like Y instead of IE. Glad I asked. Water time. Alright, guys and gals, we are back. Let's jump right back in. Alright. Chester types the letters into a small device on his desk that prints out a small, clear plastic tab with my name printed on it. He takes off the paper backing to expose the adhesive and smears the tab onto a generic name badge. Chester stands up and approaches me with the name badge in paw. He gives it to me and quickly affixes it to my shirt, just over my right breast. Looks good. Am I forgetting one more? I am forgetting one more thing, though. The wolf reaches out his right paw for a shake. I oblige and take his paw into mine. Welcome to the team, buddy. Happy to finally have you. A toothy grin spreads across his face as he firmly grips my paw. At this distance, I have a much better look at his figure, and good God, he really is flawless. That perky chest and strong arms are impeccable. We break our contact, and I look to Dave. I follow his lead and exit the office with Chester in tow. Chester shuts off the light and closes the door behind us. So, every morning we have a team meeting to go over the business for the day before we open. Today's main topic will be how we're going to get you trained. He's got a lot to learn about the products, yeah? He directs his next question to me. You don't play any instruments, right? Dave asked me this with a hint of disbelief in his voice, as if he's really holding out hope my lack of musicality was just a misunderstanding. No, I really don't. I mean, I enjoy listening to music a lot, but I just never learned how to play anything. It's not ideal, but I don't think that'll be an issue. You think so? I do. For starters, it seems like I won't have to teach him how to treat customers. The two turned to me. I spoke with your reference on Ski Dipsy. Ski Dipsy. She had a lot of great things to say about your people skills. Oh, wow, I'm really flattered to hear that. Yeah, well, make sure you tell her that. Well, we'll see if she's right, since I haven't seen anything from you yet. He took a slight pause and made an audible sniff. Although I've smelled quite a bit. Excuse me? What does he mean by that? I don't stink, do I? Wait, did he smell any hormones on me when we shook paws? Oh fuck, what if he smelled my testosterone and he thinks I'm some kind of depraved hornball? This is... Is that orange and vetiver? Pleasantly sweet but earthy. Excellent choice. Oh, yeah, thanks. Did I put too much on? Oh, no, definitely not. I'm just particularly sensitive to the essential oils and deodorants and cologne. I promise, it's not too much. Thank the Lord that's all it is. Being a canine, too, I've got a better nose than most, but I'm certainly no match for Chester or Pat's sense of smell. The Vulpines culturally don't put as much emphasis on scent training as the Lupines do. It's not just about having a good sense of smell, but knowing how to use it. I remember some of the wolves I grew up with talked a great deal about their scent training as pups to help hone their olfactory-related skills. It's one of those skills that's so much more valuable to learn young than when you get older, kind of like learning a language. So I first learned about the word olfactory when I read the book Raptor Red. It is a book that is written by a paleontologist from the viewpoint of a Utah raptor. It is an excellent read, y'all. I highly suggest it to anyone who wants to, just read the book from the point of view of a dinosaur. Anyway. Water time. Have some good water. Dave opens the door to the cafe and holds it open for Chester and me. After you. Thank you, dear. The two gaze into each other's eyes for a quick moment as Chester walks by through the door. So cute. Seeing two men being this deep in love is always so endearing. The way they talk to each other, look at each other. They definitely love each other very, very, very much. God, I wish I had that. That's when I feel it. A penis. This feeling, here to rain on my parade once again. This intense sensation of loneliness I've felt for so many years now. It's always a somatic experience for me. Right where my heart is, I feel a black hole forming. Nothing escapes it. I feel it pull on me, stopping me in my tracks, demanding all my attention, begging me to wallow in self-pity and ignore the rest of the world. No, I can't listen to you. Not today. I have shit to do. The feeling comes and goes, but it's left its mark. Just have to keep it together until the shift's over. This isn't the time or the place for a breakdown. You okay, Eddy? Oh shit, I literally did stop in my tracks. Oh, yes, sorry. I quickly enter through the door. Dave is holding a jar for me. Stepping into the cafe, Pat and April were already sitting at a table near the center of the dining area. Good morning, Chronicles crew. Chester took a seat next to the hyena. And good morning to you, April. Yo. How are you today? Fine, aside from having to drag Eddy out of bed and almost making me late. Excuse me, that jerk. Almost late. Sounds like just on time to me. He gives me a quick wink. Oh, thank God he's not going to be a stickler about timing. Can't believe April is still giving me shit, though. Wasn't neglecting to warn me about the horny dog and cuddly skunk enough punishment? Pat and April were seated on one side of the square table that normally seats 6. I took a seat at the corner opposite of the demon witch. Chester sat beside me, Dave beside him. Pat's holding a stack of papers in front of him. He taps the stack on the table to align the pages neatly, then clears his throat. Here we go, Deuterinos and Deuterinette. It's my turn in the cycle, so I'll go ahead and lead things off. You have everything prepared for today? Well, yeah, it's a special day and I wanted to make sure we're ready. He says this indignantly. Something tells me he may need some reminders every now and again. First off, first order of business, the newbie. He gestures a paw towards me as if presenting me to the whole staff. So we're gonna need to figure out how to train him today. Chester, what do you think? Actually, I want to hear what you think, Pat. What's your idea? Pat was suddenly grinning ear to ear. Oh, jeez, I guess my fate is in his paws today. Though I have to say, the encouragement I'm seeing Chester give to Pat is quite special, a sight unseen compared to my past managers. Let's see. He looks up at the ceiling with his tongue slightly hanging out. Oh, excuse me. He's tapping the tip of his tongue with a pen and paw. He's thinking really hard about this, isn't he? God, I hope I don't see smoke coming out of his ears. He should probably stick around April this morning. She can show him how to open up front of house and set up point of service and maybe teach him a thing or two about the products. His speech trails off, clearly deeper in thought. Please don't set off the smoke alarms. Then he can stick with me and Dave during the lunch rush. I can teach him how the cafe's workflow goes. His speech trailing off once more. That's great so far. How about towards the end of lunch? Then it'll be time for a break. He directs his gaze towards me. Think you and I could go take a break together? He waggles his eyebrows. He doesn't stop. This damn dog is trying to get me flustered again. Pat, you know the rules, especially after last time? Oh dear, there's a history, isn't there? This goes for you too, Eddy. Due to some unfortunate instances in the past, I don't want you two getting intimately involved with each other in any way. Even if it's outside of work, it just makes things complicated. Wouldn't want that. Chester directs his gaze towards Pat. I'm not trying to single you out here, bud, but I need to look out for you guys and the business. I don't like enforcing rules like this, but it's just what I have to do. Oh fuck, there really is some history here. Overall, I don't think the request is too unreasonable. As handsome as Pat is, I'm not dying to get into his pants. It's a bit strange, though. You'd think a guy who was literally married to the co-owner of his company would have a bit more of a liberal stance on workplace relationships, right? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silverman. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to all of our not safe for work content as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!